let's talk about that for a minute, because that's another interesting topic, and we've talked about this a lot. Now, when you do that, and you set that up, and you build it, and they will come kind of attitude, let's talk just a little bit about doe harvesting. As far as, and one thing that I've always said, it's no different than anything else. You have to approach it by age classes when you can. And you all can't, okay, so hey, we went out and bought our tags. We all got 4 doe tags. If you're hunting at 40 acres and you got 3 guys, I hope you're not killing 12 does. Okay, so grand scheme of thing, if you're living in a county that's a high deer density, you want to do your part, but at the same time, you don't want to completely ruin your property.
Right.
So give me insight on how you do that here.
Well, first off, there's the macro view and the micro view.
Exactly.
The state, the wildlife agency, the department, whoever is setting the harvest totals, the giving out, we need to harvest this many deer, here's that many doe tags, this is this and that. They're not trying to ruin the deer herd. But they cannot, but I'm sorry, they cannot tell you what you need to do on your ground. They're talking this area, not this spot right here.
Right.
So what I actually do is pay no attention whatsoever to the macro. I'm looking at the micro. And what I do is I just go out in the spring. What are the deer eating for browse? Okay, if I've got 25, you don't even have to know the species. You don't have to know what a preferred browse species is versus a non-preferred. We try to make this all stuff so darn complicated, and I think, frankly, it's for our own ego. Keep it simple, stupid. Get out there. The deer are going to tell you what they like to eat because they're going to have eaten a whole bunch of it.
You're going to see the browse lines, and you're going to see what's being...
So what I do is I just go out there and take a very loose inventory. I'm not sitting here documenting every single...
this is a certain type of berry brush or whatever.
All I'm doing is looking, do the deer generally like this on this property? Yeah, they're eating it pretty hard. Okay, of the stuff that they have available to them.
How much is left?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if it's 25 to 50%, beautiful, I'm in my sweet spot. You know what? This ground can handle this number of deer. I'm not destroying my habitat for future generations. If it's under 20, 25%, I need to kill some does.
And it is in a lot of places.
Yeah, I need to desperately kill some does. Heck, if it's in the 25 to 50, 70%, I still, well, especially 50 to 25%, I still need to kill some does to keep it in the sweet spot. I just don't need to kill as many. If it's above 50% of the preferred browse species, the only reason I'm going to even think about shooting a doe is to put some meat in the freezer.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. The other thing too is you have to temper that based off of how big your property is. And let's face it, the guys with the bigger properties, more of the responsibility is going to be on their shoulders.
Definitely.
And that's how they should view it. And the guys with the smaller properties saying, I can do my part, but at the same time, like I said, okay, if you want to kill some does and you have a small property and you have the luxury to do that, I'm targeting in younger age classes.
Yeah.
I'm not targeting the older age classes just for the fact is I'd like, if that's part of her home range, and we know her home range is a lot smaller than a buck,
she's doing what I want.
Exactly.
You kill the ones, for me, when I'm trying to reduce deer numbers, I'm killing the ones that aren't doing what I want. The ones that don't have their core area on my 40.
Right.
Well, heck, I got a client in Wisconsin's got an 80. I've got it set up so most of the does, their core area is on that 80. When we need to shoot does, the very first thing I do is I go to those stands that are just an ethical 50 yards off that fence line. And those does that are going back and forth over that fence, those are the ones when I have to shoot does, those are the ones I'm going to shoot first.
And you're doing a little bit more scientifically than I'm doing it. What I do normally is I'm looking because most of the properties I hunt are smaller. I'm looking at those younger age classes because, let's face it, those are the ones that are consuming more of the food.
Exactly.
You've got a yearling doe or even a fawn. The skeleton system's not even fully developed yet. Pound for pound, in a given day, is it going to eat as much as big mature doe? No, pound for pound, that thing is going to put more pressure on that habitat. And I don't know where that deer's going to be, a year or two.
And let's take it a step further. What's going to be the first deer to die of winter mortality.
It's a young one.
It's going to be a young one or an old hurt one, or something
That's
that's
interesting. Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
and what's the first deer a coyote's going to take down? A timber wolf, a bear, a cat, any predator. Your most vulnerable are the fawns.
Young and the weak.
They're going to be the ones that are exactly. The young and weak are going to be the ones that are taken out first by everything. So
No, it's not saying kill all of them. It's just
heck
saying
no.
that if you have, like I said, I always preface everything. If you have that luxury, some guys don't care. Okay, I don't even want to care. I don't want to get into this. I don't.
and that's
you know what?
fine.
Go ahead and fill your dog tag. Do it.
Yeah, go have
Be
fun.
happy. That's
This
that's
stuff's
why we're
supposed to
doing
be
this. We
fun.
don't want to make this stressful. But if you want to think about it, then just then you maybe just put a little bit of pen to the paper and come up with some kind of plan.
And I will take it one step further. We have sent people such conflicting messages for years and years and years. Does are the sacred cow. But they're not. They're not sacred cows. And then on the flip side, now these days, kill them all, kill them. It's like, come on, for almost said a bad thing. Because this honestly gets on my nerves. No, you don't kill every doe that walks. Killing a bunch of does does not make, in so many situations, does not make for a healthy deer herd. That is the biggest bunch of baloney in the world. And I'll tell you what, in Minnesota, they have went through over-harvest for way too many years, and then throw in a couple bad winters, and their deer numbers are down. You know what I was telling my clients? Shoot that 1.5-year-old buck. Do not shoot that doe. Shoot that nubbin buck. Shoot a mature buck if you can. Do not shoot that doe.
Certain